Hello my loves. So today I went ahead and filmed my first fall tutorial for this season. I love fall. Fall is my favorite season. So I thought I'd kick it off with a burgundy cut crease look. I went ahead and used the Melt Dark Matter stack, which has beautiful shades. I'm obsessed. So yeah, I hope you guys love this tutorial. Make sure you guys let me know what you want to see next, and I hope you enjoyed the tutorial. Alright, so I already did this eye right here, so let's move on to this eye. Let's start with the Urban Decay Primer Potion. I'm interested in trying a new primer. I was thinking maybe the NARS one, so let me know what you guys think. So I always like to set my primer just a natural shade. Usually I'll just use the face powder. I'm just using my Kat Von D Shade and Light, one of the highlight shades. And for most of the eyeshadows, oops, sorry if you hear me knocking things over. Most of the eyeshadow I'm using the Melt Dark Matter stack, which is so beautiful for fall. Obviously, this color screams fall. So I'm gonna start off with this kind of light peach shade. Reminds me a lot of Beaches and Cream from Makeup Geek. It's in the shade Blur. I'm just gonna take that on a Morphe M330, and I'm just gonna kind of start buffing that into my transition zone. And this is a cut crease look, so you wanna make sure the lid is pretty light. The next shade I'm gonna go into is this shade, which is kind of a more warm tone camel shade. It's called Unseen. And I'm just gonna take a slightly tapered in more brush, and I'm gonna use the 217 from MAC, just like a brush like that. And this is where you kind of wanna start just focusing it on the lid. On that. Focusing most of the color right in my crease. And I'm gonna go in with that same M330. Just make sure it's blended. It's a lot easier if you just blend the entire time. Like every time you add a new color, you blend. Happy with yourself. This eyebrow is just playing me today, so just ignore it. Now we're gonna go into this super duper fun shade. I'm gonna use this burgundy shade. It's called Enigma. It is so pretty. Oh my gosh. And I'm gonna take the shade, hello Rachel, this is not a shade, this is a brush. This is the Morphe M433. I'm just gonna take a little bit of that right on the tip, because you really want to focus this part in the actual deep part of your crease. So, with a very light hand, just kind of start to bring it out and up, okay? And I'm gonna go back in with that brown shade. Top off the excess and just make sure that's all blended in. Just putting more of that light cream shade to blend it out. It's very gradual. You want to do gradual things. You don't want to jump into it. Back into the Enigma shade, the burgundy. Just going to continuously build that up. Okay, and then I'm going to take the shade Blanc type from MAC, which is just a really creamy nude shade. Very light. And you just want to make sure that you use kind of a flat brush. I'm using the MAC 239. You just want to really make sure that you're making that line very defined. Then you can go back in with that Enigma. A lot of this is just going back and forth, just kind of switching. So now you can see there's kind of more of a guideline that you have to follow. Now, you want to add a little bit of darkness. I'm going to take the shade Dark Matter and just put that on a little tiny pencil brush. This is the Morphe M431. Right on the very tip of the brush, you're just going to lightly take about, I'd say about 2/3 in. You're gonna take the black and just run that right on top of the white. That is the cut right there. And then I like to go back in with the burgundy and brown, kind of both, and just blend that out a little bit more. And I have two very different eye shapes. This one is a lot more hooded than this one is. So I kind of have to just bring this one down a little bit more to make it even. And I'm still not very good at cut crease eyes. I still practice all the time. They're kind of hard. All right, now for eyeliner. It's pretty fast. Once you get cut creases down, they're a little bit easier. In the beginning, they're really hard though. So I'm gonna use the Stila Stay All Day Waterproof Eyeliner. This is my fave. So I'm gonna do that really quick, do a wing, and then I'll be right back. All right, so I did my eyeliner on a wing, and I also used the Salon Perfect 615 lashes. I love these lashes, you guys. They're so lightweight and they're long. I just love these lashes. I feel like they're just so pretty. I love that. Let's go ahead and zoom out and start on this face before we go back to our eyes. All right, so as normal, I'm gonna start with the Smashbox Photo Finish Light Primer. Apply that all over my face. I'm breaking out extra right now. Girls, I'm sure you can guess why. Shouldn't have to say it. For foundation, I'm going to use the Makeup Forever Stick Foundation. I'm in the shade 120. I love this foundation so stinking much. My skin is combination, I want to say oily, but the only places I'm really oily is in my T-zone. Everywhere else, literally, it's like my skin's half oily, half dry, literally half and half. It's so irritating. So this foundation kind of gives more of like a hydrated feel. For extra hydration now for the fall, I'm going to take my Beauty Blender and the Tarte Maracuja oil. I just recently started doing this and it just makes my skin look so much more supple. I just kind of put a few dots on my Beauty Blender and then I just start blending in my foundation. You can always apply the oil before, but I like to have kind of that, probably shouldn't talk while I'm doing this. I like to have the oil-free primer down first and then mix it in. Alright, and really quickly, I'm honestly going to fix my brow because it's driving me nuts. I use the NYX eyebrow cake powder. I kind of switch in between this one and the Anastasia brow powder. I only pretty much use brow powders. For a while I was using brow pencils, but even when I do that, I feel like I have to grab this. So it's like, how would I even deal with it? I'm going to use the Maybelline Super Stay Better Than Skin. No, can't speak English. The Maybelline Super Stay Better Skin Concealer. I'm in the shade medium. And I'm just going to use this on blemishes. And then for my under eyes, I'm going to use the Maybelline Instant Age Rewind under my eyes. Under my eyes. Just take the same Beauty Blender. Usually I won't like go in and put more Maracuja oil under my eyes, only if my eyes are having issues for the day, like being dry or just, can we be in focus? Can we just be in focus for once, please? And there we go. Just once. What was I? I don't know. I have like short-term memory loss, or as Dory said, short-term memory loss. That movie is so cute, Finding Dory. I love it. To bake my under eyes, I'm gonna use the Koty Airspun powder. Which just obviously made a mess everywhere, if you guys couldn't tell. I'm just gonna take that and bake under the eyes. I always also place it right here on the sides of my nose because for some reason I get really oily right there, like just like right there. So irritating. And I'm also going to do my little smile lines that I have. Just a little bit. I don't really put enough to where it's actually baking. I just kind of set it with the loose powder. Wait for that to bake for a few seconds. and then I will be right back. Alright, so now I'm going to wipe off this fake. Get it out of the way, get it out of here. I'm going to use the Morphe M403, which is kind of a large brush. I didn't bring the right one. Wipe those on. And then to set my entire face, I'm going to use the Maybelline Fit Me Set and Smooth powder in the shade 220. And I'm just going to use a Morphe E1 brush. Ooh. Just get that in there. Just do it. And I'm just going to set my whole face. So that is all set. Now we're all set and ready to add a little bit of bronzer. I'm going to use the Kat Von D Shade and Light palette. Haven't quite decided if I want to contour, not sure. First, I'm going to take this middle contour shade, this one right here. It's called Shadow Play, with my Morphe E3, which is just like a tulip, really, really soft brush. Oh, actually, I'm not going to use that brush. I'm actually going to use my bronzing brush, which is the M527, just like this. And just take a really light amount and just warm up my skin first. Like a light amount. Okay, then I'm gonna go in with my NARS Ita brush, and I'm gonna take the shade Subconscious, which is right here. It's like the most coolest shade. Just a little bit. I don't like to over contour because my face is this like oval situation. It's hard to contour, man. It's hard. It's hard. Just gonna lightly . I can do a lot of things in the makeup world, but contouring is just like so difficult for me. I'm just gonna take a little more of that brush, and just blend it out. I can do contouring if I have to, and usually during the fall I like to do it more, but whatever. So for blush, I'm gonna go in with Makeup Geek's Soulmate blush. One of their newer colors. It's like a really pretty plum shade. I tend to stick more to plums during the fall.
And this was the point of the video where my audio just cut off, so I decided just to do the rest in voiceover. Hope you guys don't mind. I went ahead and just finished my blush, and I used my E1 brush from Morphe just to blend it out because I got a bit of my ahead of myself. And then I took the Makeup Geek and Kathleen Lights highlighting palette, and I used the shade Starlight, which is the more pinky toned highlight. And I just applied that to my normal highlighting areas, top of the cheekbones. I like to put on the tip of my nose, Cupid's bow, all that jazz. And then to fix my under eyes, finish those off, I used that same warm brown that I used from Melt Cosmetics. And then I went ahead with that same burgundy shade Enigma and just applied that right on top. And then I used MAC's Costa Riche Eye Kohl to deepen up my waterline a little bit, but not too much. I like to keep it pretty warm. And then I just used my Maybelline Lash Sensational Mascara for my bottom lashes just to finish off the look. Then I took MAC's Nylon to highlight my inner corners and my brow bone. I cannot speak today. Oh my gosh. Did that on my inner corners and the top point of my eyebrow. And then for my lips, I went ahead and used the new Smashbox Always On liquid lipsticks in the shade Stepping Out, which is the most beautiful nude shade for fall, I think. It's a warm peachy nude and it has a lot of brown in it. It's so, so beautiful, and it dries a little bit darker than this, so that's why I think it's awesome for fall, and I definitely have been using this almost every single day since I bought it. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed my first fall tutorial. Let me know what you guys want to see next, and I love you guys so much. Bye!